Hi, Jessica.
Oh, hello, memes.
What's up? What's up?
Absolutely nothing all day, every day.
I don't believe that.
You know, I just be hanging out.
Chilling, yo.
I'm trying to be relaxed.
I love being straight up relaxed. That's always the goal. I do have to force myself to relax lately.
You could do it.
The past couple of years, I've had to really force myself to relax. But when I do relax, I'm so good at it though. Like I could just sit and just not do, I could just stare at a wall for a while and just laugh to myself.
I think you're dissociating.
Well, yeah, I guess if that's what you call it, I'm great at that.
Good stuff.
So have you watched anything interesting in terms of entertainment? Have you been moved?
No, nothing I can really think of. I've just been watching trash. That's all I know, all I love. But I think, didn't you recently catch up on some movies?
So yeah, we were talking about how much we love Colin Farrell. So I was like, oh, gotta watch The Banshees of Inisherin. Because it won a bunch of awards. And I was like, why not? Let's pretend like I'm in Ireland in the turn of the century. Whatever it is,
1920s.
Yeah. I honestly, I at first thought it was modern day. And Gabe was like, what are you talking about? No one lives like that now. I'm like, well, they're in Ireland. They have a simple life.
I mean, some people could still live like that out in the country, but yeah, it's not modern day.
Especially the dialect. It's okay, that's from a long time ago. But I watched that and it was an interesting one. The storyline was quite interesting. But my point here is that I was taken aback because at one point, and okay, spoiler, I can't say the word spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. There was one part, I've never cried more in a movie.
I was right there with you. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I was open sobbing.
I did not expect to be weeping, ugly crying. And yeah, I was a little bit, I think I was a little tipsy at the time and a little bit high too. It was on a weekend, okay? And I had just gotten off a dry Jan, aka damp Jan. But so Colin Farrell's pet donkey, Jenny, who he let in the house all the time, was best friends with, loved her so much. He found that poor thing dead. And just the way it was filmed, and his friend, I'm giving away the whole movie, but his friend, ex-friend, the asshole, had chopped off his goddamn fingers so he wouldn't have to speak to this guy. The donkey ate the finger, and that's how she died. So I was
yeah, you did not need to go in that level of detail.
Well, now you know the whole freaking movie, but I was devastated at the loss of Jenny.
Oh, I was sobbing.
I texted you. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, as soon as an animal character is introduced, I'm immediately latching on, and I have an emotional connection with that animal now.
I remember when I first saw Twister, I was sobbing when the cat...
Wait, hold up. I was not expecting you to pivot to Twister. And
that's when we were very young. That came out a long time ago. I was crying when the cow got caught up in the tornado.
See, that did not emotionally affect me at all because it was just a random cow. Whereas Jenny was a crucial part of Colin Farrell's life.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. He knew how bad it was that Jenny died. And he you could tell he felt bad. He was
yeah, because I think the whole buildup was he didn't expect that outcome.
Yeah. Should have thought about that before you have your big chunky fingers all over the yard.
Yeah, bro. Don't leave your sausage fingers all over the place so a cute, innocent donkey won't gobble them up and choke on them.
I was so upset. So anyway.
Honestly, then I was like, yeah, Colin, light his house up. Light it up.
I was so ready for the house to be set afire.
I was like, if people are that stubborn and want to die on that hill, light it up.
Light it up. Did you watch Pitch Perfect 2?
Maybe.
Their big song was light it up, light it up.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's kind of a banger, but a weird one.
When did that movie even come out? Are you talking about it was a banger 15 years ago when Pitch Perfect 2 aired?
Oh, I used to watch the first Pitch Perfect like almost every day.
Well, maybe you should go talk to a doctor about that. 'Cause that ain't right.
Adam Devine, how do you say his name?
Divine.
God love him. He was, I know you hate this, you don't subscribe to Call Her Daddy.
Absolutely not, but
I saw him in a clip and I was intrigued because I just like him.
yeah, I think he was the last interview. But I mean, all that aside, love Workaholics.
Yes.
Big Carl fan.
Carl. Oh my God.
Dirty brown water trash.
There was one clip that I would replay like almost every week of Carl jumping out like he jumped out a window into a dumpster and said like I shit myself or something.
How do you not know it word for word if you allegedly watched it every day? I was expecting a direct quote.
He's like, I pooped. So just disclaimer in this episode, you guys, we had a little bit of mezcal right before this.
Well, yeah, we had a little tequila seltzer. One of us chugged it.
I was thirsty.
So yeah, even though your water bottle is still right next to your glass, but whatever, you're living your life.
But you know why we were thirsty? Because we did a very special taste testing before this. So follow us on TikTok to see it. All right.
Oh yeah, I like this.
That's all I'm giving.
In pod promo. Well, anyway, speaking of your Pitch Perfect bangers, I feel like we got to talk about the Grammys.
We got to. Like, we've been covering all the award shows. Grammys just happened, and I did watch because I knew we'd be doing a review. So, I mean, we feel this way. Our friends feel this way. It's kind of a given that, like...
I'm afraid where you're going to go that you've already said we. Like, I'm trying to...
No, I think you'll be down with this. That, like, they end up snubbing a bunch of artists, and it's just like a, select few... Like, obviously, Beyoncé, Harry Styles, Lizzo. Like, yeah, obviously, they're the focus of this year. But there's a bunch of people that weren't even there, that weren't highlighted. I was like, I know it's like people that just put out albums, but I at least wanted to see my girl Dua somewhere. Dua, Billie Eilish. Like,
I think Dua's touring. I mean, I think it's okay that they didn't go because, like, going to the Grammys, I don't know, like, it's so political, like every award show, but it's just like Beyonce actually went for once.
Yeah.
And once again, they were like, no, you don't get album of the year. So she just has to sit there and be a spectator. And this is like the same group that flew out Mac Miller's entire family, had him sit in the crowd only for Mac Miller to lose that award after he had passed away.
I love Mac Miller. That's sad.
So yeah, the Grammys is kind of always trash. Like, I always watch it just because I like to watch the performances, but like the award portion of it, it's a joke, and it kind of has been a joke for a while.
Yeah, and but at least Beyonce was there to give a speech when she broke the record.
Yeah,
because that was nice to see. She's mother. Like, I love her so much. She's my queen. So the Grammys, I wouldn't say I loved it. Like, it's pretty long to get through. The performances were pretty good. I know you love Bad Bunny. How'd you feel about that one?
I liked Bad Bunny. I like that he opened, but I feel like him opening confused a lot of people. But I also like his song choice because his album, I mean, it kind of got ignored award-wise. So a lot of people were like, oh, Bad Bunny knew that going in, and that's why he performed the way he did and just did whatever he wanted as like a slight diss to the Grammys. Like, whatever. I'm going to do whatever I want.
There's some memes of J-Lo reacting when he was giving his acceptance speech in Spanish and like her being super emotional, like, and people were like, J-Lo pretending like she knows what the hell he's saying
because she has no idea. Ben Affleck speaks better Spanish than J-Lo.
Oh man. Well, Ben's face was really one of the highlights of the whole night, because you think it was because J-Lo didn't want him to drink and he was bored.
I don't think he does drink, so I don't know what it was, but they always are getting into like little tiffs, and like these must have been like reality TV show cameramen, the way they were zooming in on these reactions.
Yeah, they captured it so well.
And were there any other performances you liked?
Well, I always like Lizzo. She's fun. I liked her performance, and I've said this with some close friends. This is a controversial take. What?
No, I want you to keep going, but I was saying you can, I don't know. I was going to try to like signal things to you, but you're looking up in the corner. Like.
Okay, let me just. No, I liked Lizzo's performance. She's always fun to watch and, you know, love her energy. I love her attitude. I just like her. But my honest take is like her songs just sometimes, they don't do it for me all the time.
Yeah, I respect that.
I know that's tough to hear because so many people love, like she has some really fun songs that like in the summertime, if you're in the car, it's like, oh, that's like, let me blast that. But I don't know if I could like I don't know if I would actually attend and listen to all of her songs at a show. You know what I mean?
So you just wouldn't go to her show?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean you would go and not listen to all of her songs?
Part of me wants to go because it would be fun, and part of me just wouldn't really love any of the set.
I mean, yeah, if it comes push to shove, like, I don't know how I feel about Lizzo. Like, I like some of her songs, but you're kind of right. Like, I don't find myself going out of the way to like listen to them all the time.
Yeah, but I support her. She seemed like she was having fun. She was like, had a little nip or something. She was chugging. She had a flask.
Well, because I forget, like, she had just lost an award and then she pulled out her flask to drink. And then right after that, immediately, they announced that she won Record of the Year. Like, the second she sipped her flask.
I enjoyed Trevor Noah hosting too. I thought that
he wasn't a bad host.
Good. That was smooth. That was enjoyable. I did not like what's his name at the Golden Globes that you liked.
Gerard Carmichael.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those are bad, like really tough hosting gigs.
Yeah, but Trevor Noah did a good job.
I mean, he did all right. Yeah.
And then floating through the whole show is just Taylor Swift, always just like. She just gets under my skin. I'm not a Swiftie. She just is like awkwardly dancing and making weird expressions in the camera. I don't know. I don't feel it. I know that sounds like I'm a hater, but
I don't know. I feel like she, at least like for a big artist, like she was standing up during performances and she was dancing during performances, which was great because a lot of people don't do that. And like in terms of other people's performances, it was like her, Beyonce, and Lizzo were like the only people standing up and like trying to feel the performance and like, you know, act like they were enjoying it.
You know what? I do like the supportive aspect of that. That is right. And I think I saw SZA too, like really having fun dancing.
SZA was up too. She was part of like that crowd.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Harry Styles' performance?
I actually thought that was kind of cool. Like he tries to be artsy. He's an eccentric one.
Well, have you ever seen the music video for that song?
Actually, no.
Yeah, because what he did was exactly what happens in the music
video. Well, that's
video.
what I assumed. It was a cool, like, rotating stage, and I liked the parts where he was just really high energy dancing. I like him. Even though people were upset that he won Album of the Year, which I totally agree that should have been Beyonce, I was happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think like he kind of messed up his speech. I don't think he should have led with like something like this never happens to a person like me. I'm like, oh, sir, maybe you could have had a speech prepared if that you were going to win. On first glance, I didn't like love his performance. It seemed kind of low energy and like something was off. But then I saw that I guess his stage was rotating the wrong way. So all the dancers had to like kind of think on the fly and figure it out. So then I was like, all right, like I'll cut you some slack. But that man looks tired. Like he's been on tour for like 2 years. It's like, take a nap.
I just realized recently how long his tour has been.
He's still doing it. It's like, sir, enough. Like they're working you to the bone. Like what is happening?
Yeah. Is he still dating?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you for the update. I was going to say during his first win and speech, did you hear that people were like booing in the audience or something?
I don't think that was his first win. I mean, people were booing and screaming Beyonce when he won Album of the Year.
No, it was in the beginning of the night.
I don't remember that, but it's very plausible.
Well, I'm not surprised if people booed like and said it should have been Beyonce.
Yeah. I loved Steve Lacy's performance. I thought his performance was great.
Wait, who the hell is that?
Here we go. I knew this was going to happen. Have you ever heard? Well, do you know? You like the Internet. Steve Lacy used to be the bass player for the Internet.
Oh.
And now he's solo.
I did not know that.
And you've definitely heard his song Bad Habit if we played it. Yeah.
That's the song everyone was dancing to that they loved.
Yeah, that was his performance.
That was good.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it. And it was him and Thundercat playing Bad Habit, which like is amazing because Steve Lacy, like at his core, is a bass player, but Thundercat was playing bass during their performance.
Oh, that's cool.
I loved that.
Wait, I just remembered. Now it's all coming back to me. Obviously, Stevie Wonder performed.
Yeah.
I'm a little
With
slow.
Youth, which is like your preferred.
Yeah.
And then Smokey came on.
He had the young boys like so happy to be there dancing.
You love a child performing. That is like your bread and butter.
Smokey Robinson. And then, wait, who was the new artist that was singing with Stevie?
I don't know.
Oh, Chris Stapleton, actually. He sounded really good.
Chris Stapleton's not new, but...
No, I mean like the younger, more modern person.
Like the addition they brought on.
He actually sang really well.
Well, yeah, no. Like, I think Chris Stapleton sounds great. He's not like... I don't like love his music, but I think he's a great musician.
Yeah, he was really good.
And then we have to talk about the Unholy performance.
Oh, I didn't watch like every single performance.
Oh
I missed
my
that
God.
one.
Are you
So
kidding?
everyone thought it was satanic, right?
Well, yeah. And like literally Sam Smith pops up in like this Party City devil hat. And of course everyone's like, this is devil worship. This is a satanic performance. And it's Kim Petras just like literally in a cage, like dancing.
That's their aesthetic.
Yeah, that's just like how it goes.
I was so happy she won, and her acceptance speech was nice, and she was like genuinely really happy to be the first trans person to win. That was
We'll win that award. Yeah.
Yeah, the award.
It just kills me because like Unholy should not have a Grammy. It's not the best song. It's
I don't
really
think
catchy.
that song's that good.
It's really popular, but like I'm sorry. No.
I was happy for her. Do I like think the song is that good? No. It's so funny because it's like I think the things that win are what's the most popular thing used on TikTok, because that was used a shitload on TikTok.
Well, yeah, but it's also just a lot of politics in play. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot of different factors for them to scam, and then they just give it to the highest bidder.
Scammers. This wasn't like one of the main performances, but when Casey Musgraves was playing in the tribute, I thought that was beautiful. I thought she did a really great job.
Yeah, and it was a great Loretta Lynn tribute. I'm honestly shocked like they didn't have Jack White pop up at all for that, because him and Loretta Lynn were like really, really close.
Oh, yeah, that would have been nice. I love him.
But Casey did amazing. Like, I thought it was good performance.
I loved when I saw her live. She was great.
I know. I love that also in the crowd, every time they cut back, it was Shania in that red wig, like going out of control.
I loved Shania's energy that night. She was having a good time.
She was just like, I'm here to hang out. Like, I'm here
I
to
want to
party.
hang out with her.
All right. So now we can talk about the iconic.
Now I'm allowed to talk about this performance. So, one performance that obviously was incredible was the hip hop tribute. So, first off, they had LL coming out. He's looking smooth, okay?
What does that mean exactly?
He's smooth.
Okay.
He's looking like young. He's put together. And then who was there? Busta. Oh my God, he killed it. He was just like spitting his rhymes like always, as fast as ever. Everyone was freaking out. Jay-Z was enjoying himself. Missy. Oh my God, that was great.
Missy, I loved when they cut to the crowd and Doja was just like having her moment.
I would have been in that situation. I'm a big Missy person.
I would lose my mind. I would absolutely go bonkers.
Who else was in that performance?
Too Short.
Oh,
What's my favorite word? Bitch.
Yeah, that was a really great tribute.
And then, of course, it ended with my absolute favorite alien on this earth, Lil Uzi.
Woo!
I'm obsessed with Lil Uzi Vert.
Is that your crush of the week?
Sure is. He sure is my crush of the week.
Hey. So tell me about him, because I know nothing about him.
How do you not know?
I live under a rock.
Maybe you iconically know him for when he had a huge, I think it was a diamond or a sapphire put on his forehead.
I did not hear that news.
Love him for that iconic moment.
That's a good choice.
He's dating JT from City Girls. Also iconic.
Who the hell is that?
Iconic couple.
I know nothing.
If you don't know City Girls, I don't have the time to educate you.
Gotta Google.
Lil Uzi's just great. His song's killing it right now. I just want to rock. That's my Uzi impression.
I wish this had visuals, because she did a nice little dance right
It can
there.
in the near future. We just have not advanced to that level yet.
Anyway, thanks for telling me about Lil Uzi Vert.
And who was your crush?
Well, this has nothing to do with the Grammys. Wait, should I pick a Grammys crush?
If you want, but can you think of one quick? I can bring it back to Lil Uzi with Rock Nation when you're done.
Okay.
I'll just be like, oh, and another Lil Uzi thing.
Who else was there?
Shania.
You know what? I'm going to say my crush this week is Shania, just because she rocked that red wig. She was smiling away, and she just always makes me feel happy when I see her. And she seemed like she had a really fun night of partying. I hope.
Yeah. And I love that, like, a lot of people didn't initially recognize her in that wig. They were like, who the hell is this woman? And it's like, that's clearly Shania Twain. I don't know why she was dressed like she was a circus ringleader, but like, that's her business. That's not mine.
It was an interesting look, but she can pull it off for sure.
She can almost pull off anything.
Yeah. Those cheekbones, that bone structure.
Oh my God. And I feel like I sent you a million videos this week of Lil Uzi at the Rock Nation brunch.
Oh my God. Well, I was keeping tabs on that Rock Nation brunch.
I know. His outfit, impeccable. I couldn't tell if he was going for James Brown or Cat Williams, but either iteration was beautiful and perfect.
No, I loved the clip of him just like having fun right on his own, like dancing in the corner. That would have been me.
He's precious. And at one point he jumped on the couch and he was just like going crazy. I was like, yeah, Lil Uzi, go.
I obviously was so excited to see Beyonce come through in that alien suit.
I know. No one does it better.
People were just having a time. Like, that's the elite right there. Like, I would love to be there.
And I saw when they were walking in, it was like a string quartet playing Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh my God.
And I sent it to my friend who's like obsessed with Cruel Intentions. And I'm like, this would be your wedding. This is exactly how your, like the entrance to your wedding would be.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great idea.
All right. So should we bring up our collective trauma that we're currently going through?
Let's do it.
With trying to maybe, fingers crossed, toes crossed, secure Renaissance tickets.
So first of all, why the hell is it so hard to see our favorite musical artist, our queen Beyonce? We've seen her before together.
Yeah, multiple times.
And it wasn't that big of a deal. But now with Ticketmaster being a complete asshole, it's like, we have to sell our goddamn kidney to be able to go. Like, yeah. I don't understand.
Like, we love her. We worship her.
Yeah.
But I can't go broke over this.
Like, how much realistically would a person pay to see her?
People have been paying. Like, I've seen tickets for sale that people are scooping up to be in, like, the Club Renaissance pit.
Yeah.
At the stage.
Because that looks nice.
I mean, that's ideal. That's where everyone
wants
to be. Yeah, you got your own bar. I mean, it is standing room only, but like whatever, we can handle that. And then, yeah, I think people have been shilling out like at least like $2,000 to $3,000 on like one ticket for that part.
Oof.
And that section's not even technically VIP. Like you don't get any other amenities really.
Like for one ticket, I don't know. Like, yeah, you could technically shell out that much, but it makes no sense. I just think it's silly.
Well, that's our Hess Express is fuck Ticketmaster, fuck dynamic pricing. I've given so much of my money to Ticketmaster and like for what? Like I did have some great times, but like I think at this point I've probably paid like those fees. I don't even know what terrifying total all those fees are that I've paid since I've been shilling it to Ticketmaster like my whole life.
It's evil. And didn't you just get an email that you were not accepted for pre-reg or something?
Because you know I signed up for every single possible pre-sale for these tickets. So I signed up for groups A and B, and then I did Big B.
Big B.
And then I did Beehive sale, Beehive pre-sale, and I did verified fan.
Yeah.
And so I got one email back saying I was waitlisted for the first group, and those tickets already went on sale. So it's like if we attempt for that group, but that was like the Jersey group.
Yeah.
So
I just still haven't got the Beehive one. I think it was in group B.
And you did for the Boston group.
Yeah. Only that. And I've also been networking, okay? I'm doing anything I can. So I obviously posted on Instagram the second she posted about her tour. Was like, oh, hell yeah. And then some girl from high school, literally haven't talked to this girl in forever. I mean, I like her, just not close to her at all. Messaged, and she's also a huge Beyonce fan, and was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, so we started messaging, and I had remembered I saw her and all her sisters at Gillette in previous years, like with great seats. So I was like, hey, like, do you have a connect? And turns out she does have a connect at Gillette who has
Yay, we don't have to get jobs at Gillette.
season tickets. So like I told her my budget and she's like, okay, I'll let you know. We usually know 24 hours in advance. So I'm like hoping to dear Christ that will potentially get us to go, because I would be so happy to see this tour, see her dance again. I know this is like a very, gay forward album, and a lot of that community is like fighting to buy up those tickets, but
It's
like
hard to compete with the rich gays.
yeah, but you know what? I'm as big of a fan, sweetie. Like I know this means a lot to you, but I have loved her since Destiny's Child. I'm not stepping down. That's all I have to say about that.
But what is this like 24-hour notice that she'll give you? Is it when the 24 hours before the tickets go on sale?
That's what she said.
But is it for pre-sale or general sale? You got to sort out these
general.
details.
I mean, I've like followed up and been like, wait, do you mean X? And like, I feel bad because she has 2 little babies and she like doesn't get back to me right away. So I feel bad asking her more questions. But all I know is I think before it generally is on sale, we should get a heads up. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to try. We'll see if I get more pre-sale emails, but it's been rough. Like, to be fair, most of the people I saw, they're like, yeah, I got waitlisted. Like, I don't even know these people who got selected, like how they're even getting in there. I'm like, guys, like,
it's like family members of Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I would really hope they wouldn't have to buy their tickets through Ticketmaster. Like, there is a list. I would hope they'd be on it. I don't think Tina's out here on her laptop and phone trying to secure tickets.
Oh, wait, I know who my crush of the week is. Tina Knowles' husband, because he's freaking hilarious.
Richard? He's a cherub.
He was on that he was in an episode, or I don't know if it was a couple episodes of Summer Heights High.
I forgot he was on there.
Like that was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So I love him very much. Anyway.
Happy we sorted that out.
Yeah.
So, well, we're still depressed, but we'll keep everyone posted on how it's going.
It's pretty rough that's the reality, but we're trying. So we'll do what we can. And if not, we'll survive. But would love to go.
All we can do is try at this point.
Yeah. Putting out an effort, sliding into DMs, that's what we're doing.
And I mean, I'm so happy like she's playing at stadium level, but my least favorite place to see any act is at a stadium. And I'm trying to think of my connects, and I'm like, don't have any for Gillette or MetLife.
I know, like we saw the On the Run tour at Gillette and our seats were damn high, first of all. But like, even if we had better seats, it's not a good acoustics.
Real bad acoustics.
I want to hear this woman sing, okay?
Whereas when we saw Miss Carter at Barclays, beautiful, perfection, crystal clear.
Stunning.
Heard everything. She flew over the crowd and glitter rained down.
We were
sobbing.
Yeah.
Everyone looked beautiful.
We all wore our Sunday best and we were ready.
Yep.
So, yeah, and at Gillette with the bad acoustics, she even sang my favorite song in the world, X Factor by Lauryn Hill, and I couldn't hear. And moms around me were dancing and not like paying attention to the music, and I was livid.
Yeah, you were having a little tantrum, as you're entitled.
But anyway,
you were like, I can't hear X Factor.
Like, that's not okay.
You're like Lauryn Hill. You just stop it.
Lauryn Hill's a whole nother thing, because I've gone to 3 of her shows. She's always hours late.
I mean, that's within her right.
That's her choice.
Kind of bad rep with
speeds up the whole set, but I still goddamn love it.
I mean, yeah, I love her. Great.
But
But I'm also like, she knows that if you really want to see her, you'll sit your ass in those seats and wait. So.
And I sure did.
So she keeps it going.
I even love her backup singers, all of it.
And then I don't know if you just watched this, but I finally watched Pamela with Love.
I just was watching last night. I have a little more to go. I didn't finish it, but I was enjoying. I think we both had watched the show, right? The
Hulu show.
Yeah.
Which was kind of rough because that whole thing is Tommy's perspective. It's based on like Tommy's book.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So that's why Pam wasn't on board, because she was like, it wasn't really her story the way it was being told.
Yeah. And like Seth Rogen had his little spin on it.
I know. And like, it's interesting. I really liked watching the documentary because like at one point, I don't know if you got to it, like they talk about the show and like her son Brandon watches it And he's obviously like annoyed because he's like, they're showing it from the perspective of the guy who stole the tape and saying like he was within his right almost to do it. Like he got screwed over.
I didn't see that part yet. It's nice that her sons are so supportive and stepping up. The last time I saw her son Brandon was on The Hills. Did you see the new Hills where he was on it?
No, I didn't watch the new Hills.
Oh, he was on it. And I always thought he was like kind of a cute boy. And obviously he talked about his parents then. And Pam was on like one quick episode. And that was like right after Trump got elected and she had moved to France.
I'm obsessed with her. Like I love Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
She is like, it's so she's so out of her mind that she's addicted to love and got married right away and everything. But like the way she describes everything like makes total sense to me.
Yeah. And she's the queen of boho chic, like her iconic Cribs episode when she had that like little house in Malibu, like unreal.
I forgot about that.
Unreal.
She's great to listen to. And she went through some hard shit as a child too.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks too. Like she obviously talks about a lot of the trauma she's been through. The whole thing made me really want to move to British Columbia. I was like, this
oh my
is
God, me too.
Beautiful.
Let's go to that island and just live there.
Vancouver Island, yeah.
Yeah.
She was killing me. Like she is so funny. Like she said so many funny things that I was like doubling over with. Like she was talking about some past relationship she had and she like thought the guy was fucking around and she was like,
oh yeah.
She's like, if you see someone washing their penis in the sink, you get a little suspicious. She's like, something's up.
If they're washing their penis in the sink, they're having an affair. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved that.
And then she talked about like when she was dating Rick Solomon and she's like, and 1 year in the Christmas tree, I look over and there's a crack pipe. And I had to be like, who put the crack pipe in the Christmas tree? Wasn't me.
That was a great one.
Like she was just killing me.
Yeah. And so she dated so many men.
I know. But I mean, that's like within her right. It's just so gross how like the media treated her and like exploited her like this entire time. Is just really gross.
It's sad. Yeah. But I was going to say like in all the clips of her during that time, she held her own so well in interviews.
Yeah.
Like she would be funny. She'd be smart.
Dealing with disgusting Jay Leno. I hate Jay Leno. And disgusting Matt Lauer. Ugh.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was cringy seeing Matt Lauer. Ugh, like talk about her boobs. It's so frustrating and her whole career was ruined, which is really sad.
Well, you haven't finished it, but like she kind of has a comeback at the end. And I've also seen like since this doc is getting so much traction, my favorite idea that I saw is someone was like, all right, White Lotus season 3, Pam Anderson has to come on as Tanya's like distraught sister.
Oh my
who's,
God.
Like so upset about what happened to her.
I could see her in that character.
Yeah, I'm like all for that. That sounds great. Like I would gladly watch that.
How do you make this happen? Mike White, where are you at?
Yeah, someone call Mike White.
Bring Pam on.
Someone call Mike White. Get him on the line.
Oh my God.
All right, time for everybody's favorite segment.
Bravo.
More messy women. Pam's not messy though. Want to clarify that. Love Pam.
Yeah. Bravo. We always have to touch on the latest. So there were some interesting happenings since last time. The first I saw on the interwebs that ex-housewife Miss Lisa Rinna is now strutting down that runway.
Which is kind of weird. I'm like, are you competing with Amelia Gray? Like her daughter currently models. It's like, Lisa, all right.
And doesn't Delilah Bell also model?
Yeah, but like I haven't seen her. Like
she's not as big into it.
Well, that or I feel like she didn't do any runway this year, whereas like Amelia did. So I don't know like what that is.
And all I could think of was Ramona.
Yeah, that's all I think of too is the Ramona eyes strutting down. Lisa did a better job than that.
Rinna looks good. Like she was owning it, but it's like, why? So now you're going to modeling? Like, what are you doing?
No, I feel like she just, queued up some guest appearances. And like, she's said it before. She's like, I hustle, baby. Like, she'll do anything for a check.
That's true. So that was interesting to see. And then, okay, so I don't even watch, what's it called? A girls trip? Wild girls
Ultimate
trip?
girls trip.
Yeah.
It's called Wild Girls Trip.
So I'm totally butchering this entire story, but I saw...
Well, this season didn't even come out yet. They just filmed this one.
Okay, but I saw just a news clip of good old Brandy, who's also on Traitors, which I saw only one episode of.
I watched a few episodes of Traitors and it's been great so far.
I should watch
I'm excited
more.
to finish it because I love Ellen Cumming too.
And Kyle's on it. Like, it's a whole motley crew. So Brandy, and okay, she did something to my all-time favorite housewife, Caroline Manza.
Hold up. I know you love Caroline Manzo, but I in no way knew that she was your favorite.
I think she might be my favorite because it's just
I feel like, but do you know how she did Dina dirty? Like, that doesn't change your mind
I
at all?
don't think she's a good person, but I find her funny.
Okay, there we go.
Like, she's entertaining. I mean, I love some Countess. There's other ones I love. I love Vicky. Anyway, the point. Jess is telling me to get to the goddamn point.
Well, we're losing her.
So Brandy touched Caroline's vagina and got
allegedly.
She was like playing around and like slapped her vag, and I think they both got kicked off the show. Or they just chose to leave. I don't know. Like, that was a weird encounter.
Was it a slap? I don't know where you're getting
I don't
this
know if she slapped it, but she was like messing around.
She patted her puss and left. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know. And it sucked. Like, I want to see how that season goes down because like everyone initially when the story came out was thinking like, oh, Brandy put Caroline in her place. Like, you know, Brandy, like if you look at her sideways, she's going to come for you and say everything bad about you.
Pussy.
But no, like then it came out that like, oh, that wasn't the case. Like they didn't get into like a fight or it was like a verbal fight or anything why they left. It was something like,
I thought she was
Brandy touched Caroline.
I thought she was trying to like be friends with her and joke around, and she like touched her on the pussy.
I don't know. Like I saw something and it was like they were in a bathroom with like Alex McCord because she was on the season too. Okay. Do you remember her?
No.
I'm trying to. What the hell did Luann say? It's not.
Alex.
What's coming down the stairs? Is that a buffalo?
The Herman Munster shoe.
Her and her Herman Munster shoes. Even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, so it was something like those three were in a bathroom and like locked, and the door was locked, and like that's where something went down.
Interesting setting.
Very weird, but I don't know.
Were they drunk?
I wasn't there. I don't know. I mean, probably. It's Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, so
have to look into that one a bit more.
And then did you watch the Jersey premiere last night?
No. Did you?
Yeah, obviously.
I need to watch that though because I love
from?
Jersey.
Yeah, Mike and I, well, we'll wait to talk about it, I guess, because someone's behind.
No spoilers.
Yeah, so Mike and I watched it last night, and like our bit right now that we keep doing is we're just like, we love pretending we're Frank Catania, and we'll just be like, the law, where are you?
I love them. I want them to be back together.
Well, they kind of touch on that in the episode.
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about it next time.
Is Frankie on it?
No, they haven't showed Frankie yet, but they showed Frank Catania. Gorga's stay being annoying.
So I heard that Melissa and Joe didn't go to Teresa's wedding, right?
Yeah.
So there's big drama.
Yeah, but that like obviously hasn't unfolded yet in the show, but like we know that happened already.
I'm excited to see her wedding on the show. I'm so excited.
You know how like they set up every premiere episode, it's like they show you everything and that it's like a flashback, and that's what it is, and like they show they show Teresa's wedding, like little snippets of it.
I'm gonna watch after you leave today.
Okay, good.
I'm so excited.
But it's like everything's kind of stayed the same so far. Jen's being mad annoying, which is always the case.
Her.
Marge is kind of on there too.
Marge, I have mixed feelings about. Sometimes she just acts.
She's kind of a shit stir.
Yeah, like she pretends like she's the voice of reason, but I feel like she has some immature takes on things.
Yeah, I agree completely. So Marge like isn't my favorite, but yeah, you need to watch and then we'll dive in a little more.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And one thing I know about the wedding, since I followed it on Insta, was that Teresa's daughters had basically the same robes we did for my wedding.
I know, we saw
the
that.
Feathers.
I mean,
good taste, girls.
Obviously, she got inspiration from you.
Obviously,
clearly.
she saw my photos, and yeah.
Her hair, though.
That hair was to high heaven.
I forget like how much they said her hair cost, because like how many extensions was in there? Like why?
That's a lot. I don't know how many, but it looks like a bird's nest, kind of.
It was just so large.
Large mod.
I'm shocked she didn't like fall over.
Yeah. She held her own. Maybe it's all the weightlifting.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding.
I feel like she hasn't been bodybuilding in like a hot minute. That whole storyline. It was better than Melissa's fake sister that the psychic said she had.
Oh my god.
Because Melissa stays lying.
Yeah,
because Melissa loves to lie. She just makes up shit to stay on that show.
did she make up the whole thing about her sister?
Of course. She probably paid the psychic like, yo, can you say I have a long lost sister? Like, so I can fester some family trauma because my father's been deceased for years.
Gotta have some drama.
Like, I don't get her.
Is
at
she
all.
still trying to sing in her basement?
Probably, but they move every other year because I think something's gonna get exposed with Joe Gorga in these house flipping situations. It feels shady.
Gonna end up in jail too?
I feel like that's gonna be the ultimate karma. Is like those two are tied up in a tax scheme and they're gonna go down.
Boy, well that would be
I honestly
something.
wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens.
I know. Oof.
But good luck to them.
Well,
Actually, whatever. I love the Gorgos.
I just coughed into the mic. Sorry.
Can cut that part out. But I guess, speaking of family drama, we also got the...
Ooh, I just got chills.
I know.
Succession. What season is this? 3? 2?
4.
4. I don't even know, but I watched
3, 2.
all of it. And I was late to the game with Succession, and I just kind of binged it last year or whatever. And I hadn't talked to any friends about it really, and it was like I finally touched base with Jess and was like, wait, I'm obsessed with Succession. And she was like, oh yeah, I mean, I love it.
I'm an HBO girl. So yeah, I'm watching.
So just like everything about it is just it's so good and easy to just keep watching. But Greg and his name's Tom. Yeah. Tom and Greg. Oh my God. Their relationship is really what sold me on the last season. Yeah. I love them so much.
Well, I also just love shows where there's good verbal takedowns of people, and Succession delivers on that.
Oh yeah.
Like no one can really beat Veep. Like Veep was the greatest.
I've only seen like a couple episodes of that. I need to
watch. Yeah, I love Succession for the drama. And like we get to see, they showed like one clip where it looks like Willa and Connor are getting married.
Oh my God, I almost spilled my drink. Yes. Connor's another one. Connor kills me.
He's unreal. Like I can't deal with him.
And I can't believe they're getting married. I laughed at that clip.
I can believe it at this point, but fucking sad boy Ken.
And then I'm forgetting everyone's name.
Shiv had like, they put Shiv in like this literal, like her shoulder pads in the one clip like look so huge. Like she looks like she's straight out of Working Girl, like Melanie Griffith of Working Girl.
Some of her outfits, like, well, let's just be honest, she has a nice big rump.
She's got a nice everything.
She's a nice ass.
I mean, I don't want to objectify, but Shiv's body goals all around.
I could see like you being in love with her because she's a hot ginger.
Yeah, and like she's kind of like my workwear inspo.
Yeah, I
like
love her workwear.
all of her outfits. I'm like, that's perfect. Like, gotta note that down. Like, I need a nice wide leg pant with a good turt. Like, I just keep little Shiv fashion notes.
Like a deep V blouse with a pencil skirt.
I know. I don't got her ass though. I got the opposite. My butt like goes in.
Yesterday, Gabe said I looked like I had a nice fat ass, and I was so happy.
You were like, my prayers have been answered.
I've been doing squats, all right. So I think it grew. I'm happy about that. I'd like to announce that on the podcast.
Guys, I'd like to announce that I think my ass may have grew. Don't be alarmed. Oh, wait. What was the text you sent me this week? Guys, life update. I wear sunscreen now. And I wanted to be like, well, you're 34. So yeah, you should be.
Oh my God. Age revealed. But you know what? It finally did click in my head. Girl, you're in your mid 30s. You're like, you can't just like hardly ever wash your face and like not have good products. Like, it's time to take care of your skin.
Yeah, your skin looks good, but you know me. You've seen me at the beach.
Well, I was noticing like more, like a little more, like what's it called? Crow's feet wrinkles. Yeah.
It could
just I smile a lot, okay?
It could just be dehydration though, honestly.
Well, I shellacked my whole face with coconut oil and that worked.
What about the Aquaphor?
And earlier today I put on a bunch of Aquaphor again.
The coconut oil didn't make you break out?
Actually, I did get a pimple.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the coconut oil. I don't think that's like I think that's like not It's acne inducing.
I know. I was like, wait, I'm moisturized, but now I have like a couple zits.
I get like milia too if I put like too much oils on. It's when you get like the little white bumps.
Oh, I haven't gotten that, but yeah. So I'm actually going to Mexico in a couple days, which I'm pumped about. And on previous trips with you, like when we were in Puerto Rico, I was like, I want to get a tan as fast as possible while we're here. So I like got a deep burn, and then it turned into a deep tan because I tan easily.
Puerto Rico was unreal because I remember I was like slathering on my baby sunscreen because I get like the 99 plus SPF and lather my whole body in it.
Because you're smart.
And like per usual, I cut to you and you're like, oh, well, this is 15. And I'm like, that's tanning oil.
No, the funny thing about that trip, because I think like, we had a connecting flight and missed it, and we like missed a whole day,
which was like the first time we ever missed a flight.
Yeah,
we didn't miss a whole day, we missed like a night.
Yeah, and we had to stay over in Philly. Luckily our good friend Jenna lives there, and we got pretty drunk that night.
That was optimal hijinks.
But anyway, we only had like 3 full days, and it was like, oh, that's pretty quick. So I was like, of course we needed to get a tan to come back to work and be like, hey everyone, I went on vacation. So it was like a little bit overcast, and so I was like, you know what, I'm getting an early start. So I went out
every morning at the crack of dawn. They wouldn't have even put out chairs yet. You were down there, what was in your hot sauce bathing suit?
Yeah. It just said hot sauce on my red one piece. And the people were setting up the beach at like 6 a.m. or whatever, 5 a.m. I don't even know what time I got
like,
there.
Here's my friend again.
They're like, oh, hey again. Hi, how are you? I like made friends with the guys.
Hi guys, I'm here.
So in conclusion, I'm going to lather up with some real SPF this time.
But you said you're only doing your face, right?
And my moles. I have a lot of moles.
And I'm gonna spot check the moles,
because no one wants to get cancer, you know.
I mean, yeah. I feel like there's at this point though.
At this point,
if it's not the sun, it's what you're eating. Like, you're
all the chemicals.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Like,
but
do I live near pollution? Like, who knows?
All right. Well, that's a whole rabbit hole. Can't go down there. That's why we go to pottery, so we don't overthink these things.
My Hess Express this week, even though you did yours hours ago, is that I love pottery. Okay.
You feel strongly about pottery? Yeah.
Not that I'm good at it, but it's a very good headspace. And it gets all up in my nails and clothes and even hair yesterday. But you know what? I feel good when I'm there. Everyone's nice. It's very relaxed. Everyone's accepting. And you can just like zone out on your little creation and feel like you actually did something with your hands, not just stared at a goddamn phone. So it's nice.
I don't know what you do in that phone.
It's such a mystery. She's like, you don't track the news.
It's like, what are you doing in that phone? And then I remembered I like sent you a TikTok, or it was of Doja Cat talking about how she wants to delete all her TikToks. And then you sent me like random Doja Cat TikToks, and I'm like, this bitch just went in there and watched every single TikTok Doja Cat has ever posted.
Yep, at midnight on a work night.
So I was like, I get like little hints of what you're doing.
I go into the rabbit holes, and I've been trying to be better, but it is sick that I still like every couple of nights, or well, not every couple of nights, like at least once a week, I'll like look at a bunch of my wedding pictures and videos. I'm like
I want to say that's nice, but like, yeah, that also feels a little sick that you're looking at them that
it's
often.
It's like a little happy place. Like, oh, I can't believe that happened, and it was so great. And
I mean, all your memories are good though, so I guess it's fine.
It's like, it's just like a little comfort zone for me. Like, oh, let me look at my wedding.
It's giving narcissist, but
it's fully narcissistic. Like,
but like, however you want to spin it.
It's like, okay, that's when I looked my absolute best. Oh my God. But anyway, any other final thoughts for you on all the fine topics we've covered, or anything that you're looking forward to?
I mean, yeah, I obviously want to discuss Real Housewives of New Jersey, so I'm looking forward to you watching it.
I'm looking forward to watching it in probably like half an hour or less.
Ew.
So yeah, I'll be letting you know.
Yeah. And then the Sunday is the Super Bowl, so.
Oh my God, yeah, I might have to watch Riri from Mexico.
Can we still call her that?
Does she not go by that?
I'm just saying, there's another connotation with that.
Oh God.
Was that not clicking for you at all?
Well, I'll call her what should we call her?
Rihanna. Is that how you're supposed to say it?
The appropriate pronunciation is Rihanna.
I know. Like, I love her and I try to say it right, but I still just sneak into saying Rihanna.
Wednesday Addams knew how to say her name.
She did. Good job.
Well done.
But yeah, I hope our faces are blown off. I hope whatever bar you're watching it in Mexico, I hope you can watch it.
Yes. And in the meantime, I'm going to be praying to all the Lords Almighty that we can get Beyonce tickets somehow by some miracle.
It's going to happen. We already have them.
We already
have impeccable outfits. We are ready there.
We have the full suit from my bachelorette. Like, we have the cowboy hat.
I saw the internet coming together and they're like, guys, she's released very limited visuals. What's the vibe? How are we dressing? And a lot of people were leaning towards like, space disco cowgirl, which, that's been kind of the visual we've gotten so far is the disco hat tile, like the disco tile hat, the she's on the horse.
That was literally my theme for the batch. So we're set.
Yeah, I'm just going to DIY our cowboy hats, zhuzh them up with all the disco tiles I have.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, we're going to get crafty there. Even if we're not going, I'm still going to make that outfit because that'll be fun.
Yeah, we're around here.
Wear it to Loaded in Haverhill. Shout out to Loaded Haverhill, best corn dogs in the world. Thank you very much. Follow our TikTok for more info. She hates the marketing spin.
No, it's just because you turn into like a radio host. I feel like I'm listening to Z100 and like Elvis Duran's about to tell me the weather and the traffic.
And thanks for stopping by on this episode of Something's Up.
Yes, and join us next time. Bye.
Bye.